ChatGPT-4 Turbo was just announced today by Sam Altman at the OpenAI Developers Conference. I want to go over some of the things from his keynote address, give you the highlights, and kind of recap what he talked about. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here if you're into ChatGPT and kind of that AI scene. I have some notes here, so if you see me look down, I don't have this all memorized yet. This literally just came out, and I created kind of a quick document for everybody. But a couple key stats that came out: 92% of the Fortune 500 companies are using ChatGPT. 2 million active developers on the platform, and there's over 100 million just total active users on the platform per week, which is pretty astounding. But the big announcement today was the release of ChatGPT-4 Turbo, right, which is going to be faster, bigger, and have a ton of different functionality that I know a lot of developers and even us, like we've been developing a product in the contact center space to fully automate quality assurance. And some of these tools that are coming out is really going to help us. So the first thing is expanded context length, right? Currently, when you put your inputs in, it ranged between 8K and 32K for ChatGPT-4. Well, now it's going up to 128K, which is a massive amount of data that you can now input into ChatGPT-4 Turbo. To give you some context, that's the same as about a 300-page book, right? So I know a lot of developers that were doing a lot of cool things, had a lot of limitations with that. That's going to be a huge help. So again, it's 16 times bigger or more content that we can put into the actual ChatGPT-4 Turbo compared to ChatGPT-4. From a developer standpoint, there's now they're calling it JSON load, right, which allows ChatGPT-4 to come back with guaranteed JSON responses. That was always a huge thing. You have to almost prompt for a JSON response. That's kind of how APIs kind of read what these outputs are. So that's going to make developing and the API usage much better. There's multiple function calls that are now being allowed. So that is a big change from what happened before. And I even like the reproducible outputs, right? It's allowing you to have a seed parameter, which then will allow you to have some consistent outputs, which lets you control the model a little bit more. We all, I know, get frustrated that ChatGPT-4's and all of ChatGPT, the knowledge base kind of gets cut off. I think it's September of 2021. Well, on Turbo, that's being changed and upgraded to April of 2023, so a big change there. And Sam Altman promised to never let it get that far behind again. So I think that's cool. You'll also be able to upload databases, upload documents into ChatGPT-4 again because it's allowed so much more data to be in there, but also to be able to see and kind of function with that. Those things are now going to be just regular, right? Full databases, full documents, that kind of stuff. New modalities, upgrades to text to speech, which I think is pretty cool. Enhanced speech recognition with a tool called Whisper 3. So, from different languages, that's going to be really cool. And I think there'll be a lot of use cases for that as well. There's some customization. So this is for, I think, bigger companies, but they're basically coming out. And if you listen to my videos, I was kind of calling this where they're allowing access to kind of your own instance of ChatGPT, right? So just use their data and their modeling on your data sets for your entire company. They're only going to allow a couple companies to beta with that at first, but I think that's something that has been coming. And then the pricing, and there's a ton of stuff on pricing, and I'm not going to get too deep into it, other than to tell you that ChatGPT-4 Turbo is going to be actually cheaper than ChatGPT 4. And the cost will basically be 1 cent per 1,000 inputs tokens, and it will be 3 cents for every 1,000 output tokens. So it's still a little bit more expensive overall, right, compared to like 3.5, but still that cost has gone down 2 to 3x compared to what everybody was paying before with just the regular 4. If you use 3.5 for any of your API stuff, those prices are they're dropping really, really fast. So check that out as you if you want more information on the 3.5 and kind of the new pricing for that. But a lot of really cool stuff. Again, this just all came out. I got to dig deeper into it, but that's a little bit of a highlight of what his keynote speech was today. And really the big news is ChatGPT-4 Turbo is out, and hopefully that's a little bit of information for you guys.